Hey guys, it's Janice at Ozark Family Homestead, and today's video is going to be a little bit different for a couple reasons. It is still my grocery haul for the week. As a matter of fact, it is the last grocery haul of our family's pay period, so this is where I spend the very last bit of the grocery budget. I'm going to show you what I chose to get this week. I'm going to share with you whether I stayed in budget or if I went over budget. I did my shopping at 10 Box, Aldi, and Kroger, and I'm actually going to flip-flop. I'm going to switch around the way that I typically show you. Typically, I show you 10 Box first, and then Aldi, and then Kroger. But I'm doing it a little bit differently this week because... Oh, I got a girl sneaking in here. Are you sneaking? Yeah, you're sneaky like a ninja. So I'm going to show you differently this week because I strategically shopped at Aldi first because that's the place where I get my have-to-have stuff, just supplies for the week. I shopped at Kroger next because that's where I look for markdown deals. And I purposefully shopped at 10 Box last because I wanted to take the amount of money that I had left over after hitting the other two stores and only purchase with the amount of money I had left over at 10 Box. So that's why I'm going to show you that last this week. Now, also going on in the background over here in the living room, there is some furniture removal going on. So if you hear noises and stuff in the background, they're working on that. I'll give you a sneak peek of that as well. In upcoming videos, you're going to see a big change in our living room because we've got stuff going on. But for right now, I'm going to show you the groceries, and at the end of the video, I'll show you what's going on in the living room. So here we go. So let's go down here to the end of the table to not 10 Box, but Aldi. We're going to start with Aldi. So this is the Aldi sale ad, and there were a few things in here that caught my eye as good deals. I'm going to show those to you here. The first thing were the red grapes, $1.29 per pound. At Walmart, you'll be paying $2.08 per pound for grapes. Now, I penciled this in as a maybe because I will say the past several months, Aldi grapes have not been very good quality, in my opinion, at least at my store. So I looked them over this week when I went, and they weren't as bad as what they've been before. I wouldn't say they're exceptional quality or anything, but these are definitely edible and worth $1.29 per pound, in my opinion. So I bought 2 bags, and this will be one afternoon snack for our family. Now, also on sale is cantaloupe for $1.69. At Walmart, you'll be paying $2.78. Now, the only reason I didn't get this is because we are actually starting to get cantaloupes from our garden. The first one we just ate today, actually. And I'm pretty sure in Monday's video, I've already filmed it. I think you'll see our first cantaloupe that we brought in from the garden. So check that out on Monday when we get that posted. The last item in the sale ad were the sliced white mushrooms for $1.29. These are the little 8-ounce cubes, and Walmart has theirs for $1.77 per cube there. I went ahead and chose to pick up 4 of those. Now you can see we already got into one this morning. We had veggie eggs for breakfast, so went ahead and opened that one up. But I am thinking of, there's a Trim Healthy Mama Salisbury steak recipe that we really like. It's not on my meal rotation as a normal meal, so I think I'm going to add that in. Since we got such a good deal on the mushrooms, I think we're going to go ahead and do that here in the next couple days. So I got 4 of those and 2 packages of green peppers. I have some meals coming up in the meal rotation, and I just like to keep some green peppers on hand. We don't have any peppers coming in from the garden at this point. So this was my Aldi haul. I chose to go there first because I knew there were things like the green peppers that I needed to get for sure, and my first priority in what was left of my grocery budget was for me to get the things that I know I needed for our family's meals for the next week. So let me grab the receipt here. Grand total was $17.27 at Aldi. And my next stop then was Kroger. And I got some really, really good markdowns there. And I'll share those with you next. Pausing on filming because things are getting moved into my house. Don't fall. Don't let it fall.
Do you know what that is?
What is that?
A couch. A big, huge couch with 10 seats.
With 10 seats?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have 9 people in our family, don't we? We're going to have an extra seat, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, back to the grocery video. Kroger. So, Abigail goes, what? She's working on a birthday card over there for some friends. Normally she would do that at the kitchen table, but Mama's a table hog right now, right? Okay, so she's making cards on the floor. Kroger had great markdowns this week, so I'm excited to show those to you. We'll start off here with the sale ad, and I'll show you the couple of things in there. As usual, the double the fuel points. If you go shopping over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you do have to clip the electronic coupon, and by doing so and then shopping, you get double the fuel points for discounts on gas. So that is a great deal if you're shopping at that time anyway. Then at the bottom, cheese. I was so hoping that cheese was on sale this week because we were on our very last block of cheddar cheese. It was starting to get very serious, you guys. Cheese rationing going on in this house. But they have the 2-pound blocks of cheese for $5.49 this week. At Walmart, you'd be paying $6.96 for the same quantity. Now, this is a digital coupon, so you must clip it electronically as well, and there is a limit of 5 on those. Now, you can mix and match the mozzarella, Colby Jack, cheddar, whatever, as long as you get 5, which I did get 5 since we were nearly out, and I chose to get all 5 of the sharp cheddar. We like that and the extra sharp. That's our favorite there. So I did also want to mention, again, I chose to go to Kroger next because my first priority was my must-haves, things I need to have for the upcoming week. And then the markdowns were my next priority here. And I found a lot of markdowns this week. While I was in the produce department, the first thing that I noticed were the sugar snap peas. And they were marked down to $2.92 per bag. However, I did also have a digital coupon for an extra $1 off. So one of these bags I paid $1.92, and then I paid the $2.92 for the other bag. Now we will just use these to snack on, but I also have stir fry coming up in our meal rotation here in the next several days, and so some of this will be used in a stir fry as well. They also had radishes on markdown. And I love getting radishes because they keep for a very long time in the fridge. These were marked down to 93 cents for each 1-pound bag, and I was able to get 6 bags of these. These I will just store in the fridge. And the way I typically use radishes, especially with me watching my blood sugar, I don't do well with potatoes, the starchy vegetables, but I can do roasted radishes just like I do roasted potatoes, and they do taste very similar. So it's a lovely substitute for me to have instead of roasted potatoes. Plus, I also make a stew that replaces the potatoes with radishes as well. So over the course of the next few weeks, I will be using these up. Like I said, they will keep in the fridge until I need them. They also had several packages of celery on markdown. Now these are actually the celery hearts, so the tops have been cut off there, but $1.48 for 2 celery hearts in there. it shows 1 pound of actual celery, and that was a good deal. And I buy celery every month anyway, so that was good. I was glad to see that. And then there are grocery carts and tubs of markdowns and right at the end of the produce department where it's transitioning into the alcohol, the liquor department. And I bought all of the peppers that they had there. So what my Kroger does is they take these mesh bags and they fill them up either with, what did they had? They had some potatoes, limes, obviously peppers, little nectarine clementine things, and they fill this up and it's $1.25. Used to be 99 cents, but yay, inflation. $1.25 per bag. And these were all the multicolored peppers, and most of them have a 3-pack. If they're smaller, a few of them had a 4-pack of peppers there. But I paid $1.25 each for these, and that was a very good deal. All right, I had to go change the battery in the camera. So, what was I saying? We were on the peppers. So my plan for the peppers, I will keep some in the fridge, and I'll just use them here and there. I do have fajitas coming up in the meal rotation as well. I don't know if these will last until we're scheduled to do fajitas, so I may have to shuffle the meal rotation a little bit. We are due to have tacos this week. Maybe we'll flip-flop and do fajitas instead of tacos. We'll put tacos in the fajita spot. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We will end up using them. This is something that we use, and if nothing else, I will dice them up and I will put them in the freezer and we can use them up months from now. But they were a really, really good deal and I could not pass that up. So I did go ahead and get those. So they just brought a second load of couch things in, so things are happening. Okay, bananas. Bananas were on markdown in that same spot where the peppers were, and they're now 45 cents a pound, which is, you know, not great, but my kids love very ripe bananas, and so I just bought one bundle. These will be snacked on. They'll be gone, you know, by tomorrow morning. These will all be gone. If I was preserving some, which I do on occasion, I would buy a whole bunch. But I didn't have that in the budget, and right now I don't have the time to make banana chips or massive loaves of banana bread or anything like that. So one little bundle for snacking on at a marked down price. The last Kroger thing I do want to show you are the gift cards. Now we have a birthday party coming up, hence the birthday card being made in there. But we have 2 boys that are friends of the family, and they are each getting an Academy gift card for their birthday. So this is why I chose to do this. I can load whatever amount I want to on the cards, and then each boy gets their own card. But it also benefits our family as well because it's actually not in the sale ad. I couldn't find it in the sale ad, so I'm going to show you here on my little piece of paper. Online, it shows the gift cards until August 12th is the date on there. They have 4 times the fuel points whenever you do gift cards. So you have to clip the digital coupon for the 4 times the fuel points. Then you go into Kroger and you choose whatever gift cards you want. I mean, they've got them for stores and restaurants, all kinds of stuff. I picked Academy because I know these boys can find things at Academy that they would like. And for instance, if you put $50 on each gift card, if you spend $100 in gift cards, you would then get 400 fuel points on your account. 400 fuel points equals 40 cents off per gallon of gas at Kroger. So it's a really good deal, and I like getting discounts on my gas. So that worked out really well. If you have gifts to buy, or if you have restaurants that you go to anyway, you're going to spend money there anyway, it just makes sense to me to buy the gift cards by using the electronic coupon and get discounts on your gas at the same time. It's just a win-win all the way around. The only other thing that I had here on my list were that Philly cheesesteaks. They're at the bottom. It is in the sale ad here. I think it's on the other side somewhere. And it did catch my eye because we do, let me open that up. We do like Philly cheesesteaks. And I thought, well, for the sale price, I might go ahead and get some of that. But when I checked at Aldi, again, I went to Aldi first. Aldi's regular price is the same thing as Kroger's sale price this week. So I skipped it at Kroger this week, thinking when I have more money in the budget, I can go ahead and just pick up some regular price at Aldi if I want Philly cheesesteak sandwiches for a meal. So that is why I skipped that deal that I had jotted down on my little chicken scratch paper that I take into the store. So grand total at Kroger for everything here came to $53.44. That's for the groceries part of this. The gifts comes out of a separate budget category for our family. So that's the amount of money I spent on food. And my last stop was 10 bucks, where I spent what was left in my grocery budget. So last but not least, 10 bucks here. And so the reason I went to 10 bucks last, again, there's a lot of sales in the sale ad this week, but I did not have an unlimited budget and I wanted to be strategic and try to stay within budget if I could. So after doing Aldi and Kroger and deducting those, I knew what money I had left to work with at 10 bucks. So the great deals this week, and oh, see, I'm out of order. I forgot to show you guys. The ads for 10 bucks, Aldi and Kroger are good through Tuesday, August 12th. I normally do this at the beginning of the videos, but I'm thrown off. I'm a creature of habit. If you want to go grab any of the good deals that you've seen in the video here, make sure you go in by the end date there so that you don't miss out. So 10 bucks, local chain of grocery stores. It is in the Ozarks area of the country. So a lot of you may not be familiar with it, but some viewers have told me they have stores that go by a different name, but they have a similar setup where their store adds a 10% upcharge whenever you check out. So you really have to watch the price and make sure the price plus 10% is still a good deal. And in the case of the ribeye, this definitely is true because 10 bucks has the ribeye here for $7.50 per pound with 10% upcharge, but Walmart is selling it for $15.97 per pound and higher. This is the cheapest price I could find online for Walmart. So great, great deal. And it's made even better because 10 bucks does have an app with a $3 off digital coupon that you can clip. So if you're going in, utilize that. I'm glad to see this sale again. It has been for a couple weeks now at 10 bucks. I've already taken advantage of it when I had more money in the budget, so I didn't feel too bad about skipping it this week. Now the cherries, $1.68 per pound at 10 bucks. Walmart is selling theirs for $3.97 per pound this week. And so I did go ahead and just pick up 2 bags of the cherries. We really, really enjoy fresh cherries as a snack. So these will just be snacked on here within the next week, and it will just be lovely. We will enjoy getting that treat. They do have corn on the cob. They're for 38 cents. Now these are unshucked corn on the cob. Walmart, whenever I compared it, is selling theirs for 50 cents each. So some of you may want to take advantage of that. I get a year's worth of corn from my brother. So I did not need this, but that may be a stock-up thing that your family needs. Pints of blueberries for $1.68. At Walmart, those are selling for $2.97. So a good deal on those. Flip side here of the ad. The chicken leg quarters, 62 cents a pound. Walmart is selling theirs for 77.2 cents per pound. The red potatoes. Okay, red potatoes, exceptional deal. These are 5-pound bags for $2.48. Walmart is selling theirs for $7.44. So really, really, really good deal. I only picked up one bag. I kind of wish that I would have picked up more because it is such a good deal. Now, those of you that watch regularly know we just brought in a bunch of potatoes from our garden. I don't really have red potatoes though. I have yellow potatoes and a little bit of russets. But the deal is ours are small. I really don't have any large potatoes. And whenever we do loaded potatoes in the Instant Pot, it's a whole bunch of little ones. For roasted potatoes and in a soup and in a stew and stuff like that, little ones are fine, but big ones are better for us anyway, for Instant Pot loaded potatoes. So what I did is I picked up one bag and I tried to pick the bag that had the largest red potatoes in there that I could find. And I'm thinking I'll use these in the Instant Pot next time. But that's a really good deal. There's no limit at $10, so you could really stock up on these since that is such a great price. The last item in the sale ad here was the 73% ground beef for $3.55 a pound. At Walmart it sells for $3.99 per pound. There is also a $2 off digital coupon using their app. So if you're going to go in and grab that, be sure to clip the coupon. Now, while I was in there, I just realized, I think it was last week, that whereas I was getting my Daisy brand cottage cheese at Kroger, it was cheaper at $10. So I went in and grabbed another one of these at $10 this week. And I'm going to show you guys here in just a minute when we do our price comparison with Walmart. When I was checking out Walmart's price online, not only does $10 beat Kroger on the price of this, but they beat Walmart too. So I'm going to check Sam's Club. I'm thinking I can probably get it even cheaper per ounce at Sam's Club. But if I'm just looking here locally at the Poplar Bluff stores, $10 beats out Walmart and Kroger. So that made me happy. This is all I ended up getting at $10 because again, I was really watching the last few dollars in the budget, and my grand total there came to $15.57. So what we're going to do next is we are going to go over to the kitchen island over here, and we're going to look at the clipboard, and we're going to look at two columns. Column 1 is what I paid for markdown, sale prices, the best prices at the stores compared to the prices I would have paid at Walmart. And even though this is a small weekly haul for me, to just give you an idea of how much money you can save even on a small weekly haul with no meat involved either. It's actually surprising just how much money you can save. So we'll look at that next. So no meat, just fruits and veggies and cheese and cottage cheese, that kind of stuff. Let's go see how much money I saved. So if I had gone to Walmart and bought all of that stuff, what would I have spent compared to what I spent going to these stores and looking for markdowns? So let's do Aldi here first. The green peppers that I got, I paid $3.98. Walmart would have been $4.68. The on sale mushrooms, I paid $5.16. Walmart would have been $7.08. The 2 baggies of the red grapes, I paid $7.16. Walmart would have been $11.54. And so then I went to Kroger, and the cheddar cheese that was on sale, I paid $27.45. Regular price at Walmart would have been $34.80. The radishes that were on markdown, I paid $5.58. Walmart would have been $11.82. The marked down sugar snap peas, I paid $4.84. Walmart would have been $11.96 for those. Then the marked down bananas, I paid $1.20, and Walmart would have been $1.44. Those red, orange, and yellow peppers, I got 8 of the 3-packs of them. Even though some had 4, I'm counting them all as 3-packs because the ones with 4 were 4 smaller ones. So I paid $10 for all of those, and Walmart would have been $23.68. So I'm really happy about that deal. Okay, lastly, I'm going to do the 10 box things, and I have added the 10% upcharge into my cost for those items. So for the cottage cheese, I paid $3.78 at 10 box, and it's $3.94 currently at Walmart. So I will have to remember that. Cherries on sale, I paid $8.18, and Walmart would have been $17.59. Yay for cherries on sale. The red potatoes, I told you guys, $2.73 on sale, and Walmart $7.44. Go grab red potatoes. That's a really good deal. So my totals, I'm going to tell you I made an error. I'm going to show you my error here in just a second too. My totals, I paid $80.06, and at Walmart it would have cost me $135.97, which means I had a savings of $55.91. However, I forgot the celery. So this is what I paid on markdown versus Walmart's price. So that's how much I saved just on the celery. So my savings this week really was $57.25. And I am just super pleased with that, knowing, you know, that's not meat. If I get a good sale on meat, this number jumps drastically. But for just, you know, a little bit here and a little bit there, I think that's a very good number. So very pleased with that. Okay, at this point, let's go look in the living room and see what they're doing there. And then we will go over my final budget wrap up for the month. All right, so those of you that have been watching know that we've had a bookshelf project going on for a while now, and the bookshelves are in place. There's still a little bit of paint touch-ups on these 2 towers. There's a second tower back there behind the old entertainment center. That still needs to be done, but the new couch came in today and it's not assembled yet, so the old furniture is going to need to go. We're cleaning it up, vacuuming it out, and all that stuff. The big sofa is a hide-a-bed couch, so that's the mattress for the big sofa. But I'm going to show you what the new couch is kind of going to look like. I will tell you it's a sectional. And this is what one of the chairs, they got this put together while I was filming this video for you guys. So this is what was going on in the background. Oh, and the storage, guys. There's storage underneath. So I'm excited. I think this is what we're going to put the DVDs and stuff in. That's the current plan. But we're going to work over the next couple days of getting furniture out of the house and new furniture assembled in here. And when it's all said and done, I'll show you guys. I have high hopes. I think it's going to look awesome. And I'm super excited. All right, guys. Look at them. I got them in there. They're still chit-chatting. They're working. They're getting stuff done. Sam was back here unloading the dishwasher too. So I don't know what all noises you're going to pick up on this video, but there is no good time for mama to just sit in a quiet house and make a video. That very rarely happens. So enjoy all the background noises here while we go over the big finale of this month's pay period. Regular viewers know that Shawn gets paid on the 10th of each month. So I need to go through August 9th with our family's pay period. This was my last grocery shopping trip for this pay period. On August 10th, he will get paid again. So next week's video, next Friday's video, should be my once a month grocery stock up. The way it works around here, in case you're new, is I start with $1,100 in the grocery budget for our family of 9. It breaks down to about $122 per person, and it covers all the groceries I get from the store, plus, sorry, I got itchy nose. Fall allergies, I think, are starting to kick in. Everybody in the house has started having itchy faces. Okay, everything that comes from the grocery store comes out of that budget, plus dishwasher gel and paper towels, household stuff comes out of that too. And that's what's going on in the background. That's why you hear cardboard box noises. There you go. Okay, so I do the once a month grocery stock up and we deduct that. And then what else did I do? Then I did a weekly sale ad haul, just like this one here, and we deducted that. Then I did a Sam's Club haul and we deducted that. And then last week I did another weekly sale ad haul just like this one. So at the end of last week's video, switching hands here, we were at $94.86 left in the grocery budget. And all of this back here with tax and everything this week came to, do you think I went over budget or do you think I did good? I tried so hard to do good this week. I spent $86.28 this week. And that means I have, I'm looking at the clipboard over here, a remainder of a whopping $8.58 remaining in the grocery budget. So, yay! So, I am especially excited over that because not only did we get plenty of fruits and vegetables and cheese and all the stuff, guys, I bought ribeyes multiple times this month. So for $122 per person, I was able to buy a lot of food. And so I really hope just by sharing all this stuff with you, you guys, I mean, if you're on a strict budget, I want you to have hope that you can feed your family well and you don't have to go take out a loan to do it. Just watching those sales and looking for markdowns and doing meal planning in reverse really helped me to stay in budget. I would go to the store, I would find the things on sale or on markdown, and then I would plan my meals around the great deals that I got, instead of planning your meals, going to the store and buying your ingredients at full price. Do it in reverse, and it really it helped our family, the family budget, so much. So I do want to encourage you to try this out if you're struggling to, I don't know, to dial back the spending a little bit. That I really think it would help if I can help. And I'm back. So the memory card filled up as I was filming. So for those of you that have sent gifts, so I appreciate them so much. This one was from Jane P. So Jane P, we are using the memory card that you gifted our family to film the videos. So I appreciate you guys so much. More couch stuff is still in process. He just took another cardboard box out. And I'm excited to show you guys what it looks like there at the end. But I'm trying to remember where I was at when the memory card filled up. I think I was just encouraging you guys. So I know it can be really stressful whenever, like, how am I going to feed all these people on this amount of money? I don't want to increase my grocery budget. Do I have to? I think there's other things you can try before increasing the budget. You know, if inflation keeps being a thing, at some point we're all going to have to increase our budgets, but I'm going to fight it tooth and nail until the bitter end, until I absolutely have to. So, okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's see what else is going on in there. That's the status right now. We'll see how much we get done today and how it ends up tomorrow. But so far, so good. We're pleased. If you enjoyed the video, please do the thumbs up. The YouTube algorithm likes the thumbs up, so please do that. Double check that you are subscribed because YouTube unsubscribes people. We cannot unsubscribe you, but I have viewers telling us, every week, I know I subscribed and I checked and I'm not subscribed. So please double check. And then if you could just tell others about our channel. Just mention Ozark Family Homestead. And if we are kind of something that they would like to, people that they would like to hang out with, then that would be awesome. It really would help our family's channel to grow and we would appreciate it. So like I said earlier, the video for Monday is already filmed. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys and showing you the cantaloupe that came in from the garden and all that good stuff. It should be in Monday's video. So Lord willing, I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Ozark Family Homestead. Bye.